Hello everyone, this is Dweller from North, bringing you yet another battle report. So this time I'm up against Wars of the Dark Gods. Gods. So the old Wars of Chaos. 2,500 points as usual. Now in the beginning, it's a tryout list. I'm having the same list as I've had the previous two battle reports. And this will be the last game with get some kind of hang of some of the units, and also the new update is due to come pretty soon. So I'll just evaluate this list, the units, what I think is good, what I think is bad, and then I will start with a new one. I don't know really the theme. I'm really curious about trying to make a dragon list work, but we'll see. We'll see. Over to this game. So my opponent has from left to right a Daemonic Prince, um, Mark of Wrath, so that's Mark of Corn, I suppose. Game of Dragonfire, Lucky Shield, and sort of bashing. So he has +1 to hit. Lucky Shield is removed first hit on him, and Game of Dragonfire 2+ ward against Flaming. Next to him on a steed, a chosen Warlock, level 2 Shadow, with the spell scroll, and he's unbound. And then what we call the Shadow Chariot. When this piece is done, it's gonna be so cool. So he's a level 2 Shadow Warlock on a chariot. He has the Gemstone Amulet, Hardened Shield, Wand of Stability, and he has the Mark of Lust. So old Slanesh. Then I have two Barbarian Jarls. The first one on foot. He has a skill or something called Heir to the Sea. And then the other one is on a horse, and he has Heir to the Steppe, and also has the Flame Lance. Now with my list, if you've seen my previous reports, you'll recognize these ones. High Enchantress, I can just be a bit clear, it's a level 3, not level 4, as I thought it was previously. It's a level 3 nature. That's it, nothing else. With the spell scroll and Ancient Brooch, Captain Beastby with Hailshot and Beastbane Halberd, a Dried Matriarch with Aspect of Toxic Pollen, and then my Prince with Bow of the Forest, Game of Dragonfire, Holy Icon, and he has a great weapon as well. So now we rolled for the deployment as in 9th inch rulebook, and we got the diagonal one. It's the first time I actually play this in fantasy, so it's gonna be interesting. So I got to deploy first, and I deployed my whole army first, as I always do, because with Wood Elves you do want that first turn to give. I'm not gonna say as Wood Elves you want first, not now. Previously, when we had all the shooting, you wanted the first turn. Now it's like I got the insight during this game that now it's not as important anymore. Having the last turn may be more important, but that's a whole other discussion. So Warlock Riders, overpriced Warlock Riders, together with 5 Sisters. And in the bunch in the middle, a unit of 8 Dryads, behind them 8 Sentinels. I forgot to bring my own Sentinel model, so I had to proxy them. Sorry about that. To get with my level 3, and as before, they have this standard discipline. I don't know what's called in 9th age, but it's a legit 10 bubble from them. And then you block of Eternal Guard, fully equipped with the innate defense and the shield. And that unit has the Holy Attack banner. In there is the BSB. Next to that unit, 11 Dryads together with the Matriarch. Behind them, 6 War Dancers or Blade Dancers. Unit of 5 Wild Riders and Sisters, the second unit, 5 of them, no upgrades. So over to my opponent. On the left side, he has the Shadow Chariot together with Demon Prince. Demon Prince actually standing on the hill. As always, I do not know how to deal with that stupid piece of shit. fuck. And then as a unit of 5 Fallen, I believe they call now. It's the old, like, Forsaken. And a unit of 14 Marauder Horsemen, or Barbarian Horsemen, together. No, it's probably 13. Together with the Ridden Jarl and the level 2 on a horse. And then unit of 5 Knights. And a big block of Barbarians. I think they have additional hand weapon. And also have the second Jarl in there. A War Shrine. And those 4 are... I don't even know what they're called in 8th. It's not in 8th edition. It's the stupid shenanigans. I'll check. What the hell are they called? Brutes. This must be the Brutes. Yeah, 4 Brutes. It's the old. It's the big end times shenanigans. They're Mark of Corn, so they're pretty killy, to say the least. Then he has another unit of 5 Fallen, and he also has 2 spawns in that ambushes, which is kind of wicked. And over here I put my Way Watchers or Pathfinders. I couldn't find any good spot for them, or even I did not know where they should focus their fire. Probably the Knights, or try to take the Shadowshire down or the Demon Prince out. We'll see. And Vanguard, I stand corrected. The only thing with Vanguard are the Warhawks in this army nowadays, so I just shuffle them up a little bit, kind of to try to make some space. This is also where I kind of regretted I went first, because he out-deployed. I got the wrong matches on both sides, so yeah, crap. As you can see, I shuffle up, with the Rise up in support, with Sentinels forward so I'm within 24 of the Barbarian block. I moved the other unit of Dryads to the left side. Since I had a shooting attack, I wanted to actually shoot the Knights, and I think the Eternal Guards can more than handle the Barbarians. And yeah, it's basically the left side needs more support, so that's what I'm trying to achieve. Over here I just move up Sisters up in the top, as you can see this picture, a bit better. Move up the Wild Huntsmen, so they're up on the hill so we can see everything, but we be without too far away to be charged. Move the War Dancer in support. And in the shooting phase, I killed nothing. I think I maybe did a wound somewhere. It was just horrendous. I think I killed 1 Barbarian Horseman, and that's about it. I maybe did a wound on one of the Brutes with the Sisters, but that more than that, nothing else happened. So, crap. So over to Warriors, turn 1. He charges the Demon Prince on the Warhawks. And I freaking fail my Leadership 10 terror test, and I'm 1 inch outside the Beast B bubble, and I flee off the table. So, starting good, or is it? Fuck. I mean, what the hell, man? What the hell? Other than that, he just moves up. I mean, why should he stand? In his deployment, he just moves forward to annihilate me. Here's a bit picture of that. Over here, and just moves up with everything. Almost everything I have is kind of in charge range, so yeah, crap. Oh, and also in my turn, I cast the Dwellers on the Barbarians, but he actually scrolled it, so no Dwellers this time. Over to my turn too. So yeah, with the Warhawks gone, the left flank is really bad. I mean, I'm in a lot of trouble. So I'm moving the sisters up just to like kind of chaff and just throwing them away, standing in the way. They'll probably get combo charged. They will probably die, but better them than anything else. I get one turn of shooting with them. That's about it. Move up the Dryads to kind of block off the Demon Prince's charge, more or less. On the Pathfinders, they're certainly gonna die as well. I should have positioned the sisters a bit better than that because, yeah, the overrun into the Dryads are pretty short. A bad play from my part. Oh, my opponent's getting miasma on his magic phase, so I'm ballistic skill 4 with the Pathfinders right now. Doesn't do too much, but still. Other than that, I just move up the big block of Dryads, so they're standing with majority in the forest, all within 18 inches of the Knights. Just supporting. They can stand there in the forest. The Dryads are really good, so they can probably do some damage if it charges me. Move over with the Pathfinders, and especially with the Sentinels. The High Enchantress is still within Dweller range of the Barbarians, exactly, so... And I think she's pretty safe at the time being. Oh yeah, I forgot my Lord, he was standing in the forest before. So move my Lord into this water, same with the War Dancers, kind of get out of his charge range. Same with the Wild Huntsmen, they luckily passed the frenzy test, so they're just standing there at a pretty decent range, so I can get a charge on him instead. You can see it better here. And the sisters just move and hide behind the hill, so they can get charged, so I can use them later. In the shooting phase, I got off a couple of wounds from the shrine and killed off a few knights. One knight, I believe, with all the Dryad shots, and some fallen from the sisters on the left flank, but that's about it. So over to Warrior's turn 2. He charges his barbarians into my Eternal Guards, but he needed to roll like I don't know, was it a 7? But he rolled 6 or something. It was pretty. I don't mind too much. It's just one more turn where I can stand there and do nothing, more or less. So yeah, at least something. And as predicted over here, the triple charge on the sisters. No, I didn't kill any knight even. Bloody hell, I thought I did. They are so dead, but yeah, still. Maybe I can get a wound through somewhere. And movement phase, instead of charging with the Demon Prince, he just runs around. He's counting on the overrun from sister combat into the Dryads. Moves up the Demon Prince to just threaten my army completely. So he moves up the Knight, move up the Shrine, so he's within 12 of everything. Moves up the Brutes a little bit. You can also see one has taken a wound. I think I popped Hill of Doom around them and did 1 wound. So stupid. Moves up the Adient of Fallen to kind of bait or countercharge my Wild Riders. Now the thing is with the Brutes is that they're actually initiative 5, which is crap. And with additional hand weapon, which they have, they gain +1 initiative, so they're actually hitting on initiative 6, which is the same as the Wild Riders. So we'll probably kill each other, but I feel that I could actually use them better somewhere else or later in the game, so I just don't want to trade those points. That's why I'm not so too keen to charge them. In combat, yeah, of course, the sisters get annihilated. And he overruns and gets in with 2 units into the Dryads. So they're going to be annihilated as well. The thing I'm counting with here is that he needs to overrun with the Barbarians. So that's at least one good thing. Over to my turn. I failed the frenzy check on the Wild Huntsman, and I have to charge the closest enemy, which is the Fallen. So right now I'm just hoping I will annihilate them, and I'm hoping I will overrun far enough to get outside of the arc of the brutes. Just otherwise, nah, it's not good. And over here can do shit. And you can see I back off a little bit with both the Dryads and the Forest Guardians, just to kind of making him have to take some dangerous terrain rolls if he charges me. Then that's about it. Move the Pathfinders as far away as I can, but they're still gonna. If the Demon Prince wants to, he can charge them easily. I'm just outside of his movement, so I'll get one round of shooting plus one stun and shoot, but I'm not expecting to do much against a Demon Prince with 1-up armor save. So silly. Over here, move up the Sisters, kind of bait the brutes, so he won't charge my line too easily. He's still in the front of the Force Guardians, so if he charges both units, there's not a lot that's gonna fit, but still, they're just there for bait and for a round of shooting. That's another picture of that, I believe. And in my shooting phase, finally, I get off some shooting with the Lord, and with everything else, I managed to kill off the shrine. So, hooray! Some points at least. Doesn't feel too good so far this game. Stuff is turning to shit. But at least the shrine is gone, so it has no more 5-up ward save against shooting attacks, which is so annoying. The Dryads actually opens up and kills 2 knights, so that's good. And luckily the Wild Huntsmen, they just annihilate the Fallen. I get overrun far enough to be outside of the charge arc, so that's pretty nice. Next turn I'll just turn, so I can charge anything in turn 5. And of course the Dryads die. The Barbarian Horseman runs off the table, so they'll get in next turn. The Shadow Chariot just reforms. And over to Warriors turn 3. So he charges the Chariot into the Dryads. I did actually not expect this, but yeah, I can see it happening. I think he failed one damage terrain test, so he took a wound. It's awesome. The Demonic Prince charges the Pathfinders. As I predicted, I did not do any wound on him, either from the shooting phase or with the stun and shoot. So yeah, those are. I'm just gonna feed them the champion. Same with the Dryads. I don't want the impact is go in the unit, so I'll just feed the champion. I'll be stubborn with both units, but at least I'll live to fight another day. And they charges the barbarians into the Forest Guardians. Not too worried about that combat, to be honest. Yeah, not too worried about combat. He charges the brutes into the Sisters. I decide to flee, and he just failed charge, so that's pretty good. And his stupid spawn comes in. He forgot to roll for it his turn 2, but now we rolled for both of them, and only one came in, so that's pretty awesome. Or yeah, it's pretty awesome because only one, but it's still crap because that one is gonna be so annoying. It's just silly. And over here, yeah, he kills my champion. Luckily I took the challenge. We checked it out since impact hits are on initiative 10, and the challenge are a step before that. So all the impact hits goes in challenge as we read it. So, and they roll a 6 on the impact hit. So luckily I took it with the champion. Otherwise that unit would be so dead. So it's pretty nice. Same thing here, fed him the champion, he can't say no since it's one character only, so he annihilates my champion. I'm still stubborn, so I'm still standing. And this is a big turn of events, so I totally devastate that unit with barbarians. I think he killed not too many Eternal Force Guardians. He was on Snake Eyes, and Snake Eyes doesn't exist in more 9th age, but we have actually house rule that Snake Eyes always stand because once it feels like if you roll that Snake Eye once in a lifetime, well, it's just cool for the game. So, but he didn't manage, so he fled, and I pursued and overran. So. Yeah, some points to me and 3 Force Guardians. I'm liking that. And it's also in his turn, so yeah. Over to my turn. I first of all I move this Relevant Sisters. Just moves them out of the arc of the brutes. Yes. I think I'm too far away to shoot at them, but yeah, at least they're safe. I move the sentinels as far away as I can from the spawn. Move the war dancer up to intercept. If he charges the spawn into the war dancers, I believe that spawn is gonna die, so not too scared about that. Move the lord out to just kind of support and be able to shoot at stuff. Yeah, here I can see the sisters. Wild Riders just moves up. Now I have a bunch of charging choices. A lot of alternatives. He'll probably just move the brutes back, so I'm out of arc there. But I'm looking at saving the combat in the middle, either charge the chariot or the knights. We'll see. The Force Guardians to just back up, so I standing in within the forest, and I'm having, I think I have the knights in the front. So yeah, just supporting. And here, yeah, I got the Irresistible Force. Can't remember which spell. It's so stupid, probably. Oh no, it was the +2 tough flesh of stone on the dryads, so they're toughness 6 now. So yeah, probably worth it. Still nice. In the shooting phase, I finally get a wound through on these guys. It kills one and another wound on the other one. As predicted, the Daemonic Prince just annihilates the Pathfinder's crap. And being toughness 6, his chariot doesn't do anything on me. I'm doing the wounds on him because he's on a 1-up save, so we're just pillow fighting right now. Over to Warrior's turn 4, so he charges the Barbarian Knights into the flank of the Dryads. Now that's gonna hurt. He also charges the Knights actually failed their frenzy test and had to charge the closest enemy, and we measured it, and the Dryads were actually like, I don't know, 10 millimeters closer or something. No, it was just silly. It's not even. Yeah, it was a tiny bit at least. So he had to charge the Dryads, so he did. The Daemonic Prince actually charges the War Dancers. I was a bit surprised about that, but he rolled like, I don't know if it was Snake Eyes, but it was really low, and he failed charge. Lucky me, because otherwise, yeah, my bunker would be completely destroyed. Crap. And with Spawn, he just decides to move up, kind of threaten my lines. Also, the other Spawn comes on board this turn and gets all the way up there. Now, both these are Mark of Slanesh, which means they can re-roll their distance, which just sucks because they rolled crap first on the first on the Spawn that came in this turn, like 3 inches or something, and then he just re-rolled and got far enough to be 1 inch away from my Sentinel bunker yet again. So yeah, that sucks. The remaining fallen moves up to do whatever they can. And as predicted, the Brutes just backs up to be out of charge arc of the Wild Huntsman. And yeah, in combat, despite being toughness 6, he does a crap load of wounds on me. I believe my Dryad Matriarch is in a challenge. She took a wound. I don't think I did any wounds in return. The Knights did a lot of wounds, and yeah, lucky me. And there's still a few models left, so I'm still stubborn since I'm in a forest, and I stick. So, Sylvan Elves, turn 5. I charged the rear of the chariot with the Wild Huntsman, thinking that they should annihilate that stupid son of a bitch, and hopefully give me enough combat rest to win the combat, and they can overrun into the knights, or yeah, I'm seeing a big chain reaction here. My lord actually charges his spawn. And I moved the sentinels as kind of as far away as I can from the spawn, but still within range with spells. War dancers, I just moved them up to sacrifice them against the Daemonic Prince, kind of protecting my lord somehow. And the sisters moving up to be behind the brutes to shoot some stuff. We can see a better picture of that. And yeah, picture of the combat. Yeah, you're getting turned to smoke on the Dryads in his turn. That's it. That's why I didn't kill anything. So I'm strength 3 on them, so that kind of sucks. In the shooting phase, get a bunch of wounds through actually. So I kill one, and another wound goes. I did like enough wounds to kill one, and still I wound another wound on a second model. So that's pretty nice. One turn left. If I'm lucky, I can kill off the one and they're below half, so I'll get half the points for them. And now this stupid ass combat. Oh, so silly. So silly. So, the Wild Riders charges the rear of the chariot. He issues a challenge with the chariot, and I'm taking it with the Wild Huntsman champion. I believe. Yeah, I do. And oh, I was in a challenge the turn before with the Dryad Matriarch with his Barbarian champion, and I killed him. So she's not in a challenge. That's why you could issue a challenge with the chariot, and which he did. And I took it with the Wild Huntsman champion, as I said, and thinking that I should probably do some wounds to. I mean, I know it's 1+ armor save, but still toughness 4. I have 4 attacks, strength 5. So yeah, I'm thinking it should be all fine. And I do a wound, but he does a wound, so he kills my champion. The rest of my dudes can't hit because he's in a challenge. He totally whiffs his attacks on the matriarch, so she actually survives. I do lose combat by like, it wasn't much. I think it was like 1 or something. I think I did a wound with the matriarch as well, and with the charge and the rear and everything, I lost by 1. The matriarch is stubborn, so she's stuck, and the stupid Wild Huntsmen were on an 8 rollable, but didn't make it, so they decided to flee. And I fled over the Fallen and had to take the strain test, and of course I failed one, so another Wild Huntsman dies. So Fuck. Yeah, that sucked donkey dick. Now things aren't looking good at all for Sylvan Elves. So Warriors turn 5. Yeah, he gets the distance he needs. And also my Lord, he has a great weapon. Crap load more weapon skills. So I have 6 attacks. I'm hitting on 3s. Um, and I managed to hit with one of those 6 attacks on a 3 plus, and I'm strength 6, and he's toughness 5, I believe. So I'm wounding on 3s, and I didn't manage to wound him even. So yeah, fuck that stupid ass roll. Crap. I mean, come on. Oh, whatever. And the other spawn just gets into base contact with my wizard. And his Demonic Prince charges the War Dancers. Same thing here, I'm gonna feed him my champion. Then I'll probably break. If I have some luck, I will escape him. And also, since I'm still using the stupid iPad, some pictures disappeared. His 3 Fallen failed their frenzy test and had to charge and the Forest Guardians. So they have actually charged the Forest Guardians, which is huge for this game. You'll see it later. But yeah, that's huge. Other than that, he just reforms the brutes. They can't do anything. And yeah, in combat, of course, all the Force Guardians annihilates them, and I get to reform in his turn. So now I reform and I'm gonna be able to support the matriarch, because luckily enough, I issued a challenge. He took it with his Jarl, I believe. I have no debuff on me now, and he woofs all his attacks. The matriarch survives. I'm still stubborn and I still stand. So yeah, and the Forest Guardians, they got to reform. So yeah, things really took a turn there. So yeah, that's just awesome. And to add insult to injury, the War Dancers, yeah, fed him his champion. They lost combat, they fled, but they got away. So that's awesome. Also, my prince kills the spawn. His other spawn manages to do 1 wound on my wizard, so she's still alive. And also, again, some pictures disappeared, so it'll be kind of mixed. Warriors turn 5. Or Sylvan. Oh, I actually said it wrong. Over here, I'm not in a challenge with this Jarl. He issued a challenge with the Chariot, and I had to take it. So I'm in a challenge with the Chariot there. And over here, yeah, when my prince killed off the spawn, he just reformed and charged the other spawn. And of course, the sentinel stuck. Luckily, on like a leadership, it was a leadership 6 and actually made it. So that's pretty awesome. And yeah, over to the challenge now. This is so freaking amazing. I mean, I'm hitting first since I'm initiative like 7. I have 3 attacks. I hit with 2 of them. I wound with those 2. I'm strength 4 armor piercing. So he has from a 1 up, he has a 3 up save, and he freaking doesn't make any of them. So the chariot actually dies. So it's fucking huge. It's so huge. And of course, in my turn, I charge the Eternal Guards into the Barbarian Horsemen. And over here, I reform the War Dancer's Rally, and I reform them as such, so that his Demonic Prince can't actually overrun into the Sentinels. He can still charge them, but it's a far charge, and I can run away, and I'm still on the board on everything except boxcars. So yeah, that's pretty good. I also got off beast within on them, so they're actually a little bit of a threat. The prince didn't kill the. Oh, this is also awesome. This was my lucky turn. The prince actually only did 2 wounds on the spawn, um, and then my wizard got the hit, and the wizard actually did a wound with her 1 attack on the spawn and actually kills it. It's just awesome. My prince overran to get out of range from the Daemonic Prince. And over here, yeah, I think he issued a challenge with, like, if it was his wizard or his jarl. I took it with, I think it was my champion or something. So I minimized the number of attacks that could actually go on my matriarch, and it was still some attacks that went on her, but despite that she survived. I killed off a crapload of horsemen, and he broke and ran off the table. So I mean, those stupid failing their frenzy test just turned the game, man. And here you can see as I overrun with the prince. So in his turn, he charges first the sentinels. I decided to flee. I did not roll boxcar, so they're still alive, luckily. Oh, and also bloody hell, I'm in a stupid bitch ass iPad. Yeah, you'll see it on you can. No, I can't see it. You see it on next picture. But he decides to redirect into my war dancers, which is here. But I actually think he failed the charge or something stupid like that. I don't think they are in combat. And here you can see, up to the left. In my last shooting phase, the Caesar got off. Got 2 wounds through, so he's down to 1 model with brutes. So I get half the points for that unit, so that's even more. As I said, it was my lucky turn. And right here, the game is ended. So yeah, it's a Sylvan victory! And neither me nor my opponent saw this one coming after the start. After like the first 3 or 4 turns, I was like, oh my, I have nothing to do. He really has me by the balls. And then it just, yeah, the dice gods were on my side the last 2 turns. Managing to survive with the matriarch, his failed frenzy test, my wizard killing off the stupid spawn, sisters getting enough wounds through to get half the points of the brutes. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I have no words for it. It was a really, really fun game. Both me and my opponent had real much fun, although he was a bit. How do you say, disgruntled at the end. That he had his game completely. I had nothing to even. From his first turn, when my Warhawks just fled the terror test, I was like, oh shit. I don't know what to do. And the shooting was really mediocre for most of the time, so yeah. One big plus though, the Force Guardians are freaking awesome, man. If they get charged when they're in a forest, you'll get a crapload of attacks. Yeah, sure, they're only string 3, but you're still hitting on 2s. And you still reroll those 1s to wound, and against other toughness 3, I mean, they do a lot of damage. A lot of damage, yeah. I'm really liking them. As for the other units, Warhawks, in my opinion, still overpriced. And actually, I would call them a bit wrongly constructed. I'm not sure why they have 3 wounds each. In my opinion, they should have 1 extra. The rider should have 2 attacks, and they should be on 2 wounds and be a lot cheaper than they are now. 65 points per model is just too much for what they actually bring. So, yeah, the sisters now in 9.1, taking a unit of 5 for 100 points for the shooting they bring. They're actually good. I would absolutely not call them overpowered. They're just good. They're a good alternative for Glade Guards now when they are a whole lot worse than before. Yeah, I'm satisfied with them. The only thing is they're still rare, so they're taking up points. I mean, those two units add 25 points, and they can have a treant instead, which is they are awesome now, by the way. Um, so yeah, I think they're good. I'll not say anything else. In 9.1, they're good. Then I saw some posts on the forum that they're gonna nerf them to bits, but yeah, as it is now, they're good. Pathfinders, they're still Pathfinders, but they didn't have anything to do this game. I mean, when before you had the no armor save arrow, they always did. Your opponent almost always had something with high armor, and if you didn't, you could always shoot the multiple shot arrow. This game, I didn't feel they brought too much. I mean, I tried to poison the shrine the first turn, didn't go. He beat all his saves since it's not armor piercing anymore. I tried minus armor saves and perforating shot on the knights and on the demon prince, and it didn't do shit. So yeah, they're still good though. This is the first game they're actually not doing anything. They died. That's what they did. They held up demon prince for a combat or two. Um, but yeah, they're still a very good choice to take in the rare slot. Wild Huntsman didn't do shit this game, but I'm not gonna complain on them. And they're pretty expensive, but they are awesome. I mean, even that we lost Vanguard, it doesn't do too much. I mean, it was really good before with the Vanguard. Of course, it's always a plus to kind of be able to modify your lines. I could certainly have used some Vanguard in this game after the deployment. But their damage output is normally just insane. So yeah, I'm still liking Wild Huntsman a lot. And Dryads, they're awesome. I just I want to try out Dryads with the aspect that gives the +1 in strength. I mean, strength 5 Dryads. If you put them in a forest, they're gonna hit like a freaking train. Together with the matriarch, with hatred. I mean, yeah. I'm in 9.1. They have armor piercing. They're probably gonna lose it because it's yeah. In my opinion, it's really good. It's a bit too good. I mean, strength 4 armor piercing for the point cost. Given strength 5 if you want to, the strength 5 armor piercing for a unit that doesn't cost too much, and the damage output is just insane. And also the survivability. I mean, toughness 4 with a 5 ward. If you stand in a forest to get the forest spell from nature, they'll be stubborn. So yeah, dryads are really good. War dancers, same thing here. I wanted them to charge like the flank of the barbarians, but I never actually had an opportunity to do it. So this game they will just protect. They're actually pretty good at it, protecting the sentinel bunker, which is also is really good in my opinion. Is not overpowered. It's a good bunker that if you play it your weaver this way or high enchantress like this, they are the best bunker as it was before in was the 7th edition. You always had a unit of scouts, which was bunker for your wizards. You just be able to just avoid almost all danger coming close to them. I mean, hide them behind your lines, read your enemy, how he moves, just stay away from harm's way, still within reach with spells, and yeah, they're certainly doing their job. They have poison arrows now just to give them another roll. I mean, they're still 30-inch range, so they can still like get some wounds through here and there on some monsters or something. So I'm really liking Sentinels as well. And, and that's not because of the shooting. That's because of their ability to protect the Spellweaver. and besides that, also be able to do something else than just protect her. I mean, the poison is a lot worse without the armor piercing, but it will still make a wound here and there, and sometimes that will be enough. So yeah, Sentinels are good. What else do I have? Yeah, Warhawks I've already explained. I don't have anything. Yeah, the Force Prince. Yeah, the Force Prince. Um, Not worth it. Actually, it's too much points invested in something that does some wounds with the shooting. It's like statistically you will have one poison per turn, and it's not armor piercing or anything. So if it does have a save, the chance is pretty big he'll save it. So I'm not liking it. It's too much point. I mean, it's a fun character to have or to play with all the movement and stuff. But nah, nah, not worth it. I'll probably try it out on a captain instead. Have some comments on that before I should try that. So I'm actually gonna try it on a captain. It's a bit fewer arrows, one fewer even, but it's a lot less points. So anyhow, that's it. And thank you for this time. Stay tuned for more battle reports. Cheers.